Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life, and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a scrap room process video for February, and it is my first one. And there is the lovely, lovely sketch that we will be using for the month of February. Now, I am only doing one thing different from the sketch. When you see it, it wants 4 photos, and I'm only going to do 2. Outside of that, that is it. That is all. I am changing. Everything else pretty much stays the same. I do add a little bits in certain spots, but not too much. So I am cutting or gutting, I guess, the middle part of this section because I want to use the back side of it, and you'll see where I use it. However, my Ecto knife is not sharp anymore. Didn't know it, so I had to take this off camera. And I'm going to tell you right now, thank gosh for voiceovers, because my mouth was not pretty in the moment because I did not realize that all of this work that you see me doing right here meant absolutely nothing when it didn't cut it out. I was so mad. So there it is. And then I want to have a border. In the sketch, it shows no border, but I have been notorious for borders, so I need a border. I am going to distress, do all the fun stuff. I'm going to do this border. So in the flavors of the month, obviously I am part of the design team. So I end up getting the flavor of the month, Bella Boulevard's Snowflake Season. I get the embellishment kit, which that came with the Bella Pop. You'll see which one I have. And then I get the extra pattern paper kit as well. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to make sure that I've got the blue on blue on blue like it has like in the sketch. And I just love how this, how do I want to say it? I love how this one turned out. It is not my normal sketch process, I guess. And I like the fact that this sketch that we are using for the month of February is different. And I love that. So what I needed to do here is I wanted the blue the blue part of this, of the snowflakes that you saw me cut. And that is the reason why I needed it straight and I wanted to gut it, because out of the pattern papers that I got, the pattern papers we got, I only had one pink one that I liked. And so that's what I did. And then I needed to make sure that these photos look like they were butted together. So I cut the white piece off of both so that they are put together. And then for some reason, my white pieces of my border wasn't matching, so I had to fix that. I do add an extra piece of paper to my photos where in the sketch it doesn't. And then, like I said, I do change the amount of photos. So here I'm just going to layer my pieces that I need. And then obviously I'm very much into distressing and outlining everything with a black. So I did do all of that. I did do all of that. I'm trying to not necessarily cough, so I am sorry that it sounded weird there for a second. So I'm going through the embellishments, and I realized that all of the embellishments are going to be used on this layout. And it's not because I didn't get enough. It just ended up being what I got worked for this layout in this scene that I wanted to make. That I have pattern paper left and no embellishments. But that is why I always say, if you're a heavy embellisher, make sure that you always get the embellishment kit so that you can be able to have enough embellishment for the paper. Like for the paper that you get, along with the embellishments that come in flavors of the month itself. And I did get the enamel dots as well, as you can see right there. And when you do get the embellishments and stuff, you get different ones. So the ones that I've got here may not be the ones you got in your pack. And that's why I said, like, the ones I got, I ended up getting, like, the bigger ones, and which is totally okay for me. It just ended up being where I didn't have any left over, which I'm totally fine with. So I took the Bella Pops and I placed them on top of that penguins where you see. So the penguins that I got in the flavors of the month kit and the Bella Pops are right there. I wanted them to look 3D-ish and I wanted them to have like snow on them. So that's why I did that. And then I come in with Chili Memories because my scent pots are something that I do all the time. But last year was the first year I actually took photos of them. So here I am. I'm just getting everything put down. I did off camera do some of the embellishments to try to cut down on my process being shown online because I gotta get it under 10 minutes. But it never works and it's okay. I am moving. Now, what you can't see on here is I've got 2 clear hearts that I am. So on camera, when I was editing this to get it so that I make sure that I remember what I was doing and all that, I didn't realize that you can't necessarily see 2 of my hearts, but I promise you, I just didn't randomly put a pink and a green down there. There are those other colors there. So I'm finishing up on top. So she had in the sketch, there was 3. And as you can see up above, I'm trying to make my clusters. And I did add that one little cluster in the corner, snow days, because even though that this was done in 2023, 2025, we had some snow and we had like a whole week of snow days. And so, you know what? I know I'm in Georgia, but we're going to use them, even though I don't get a lot of snow days. We're going to make it act like I was. And it probably wasn't even cold out there. And I know it wasn't snowing when I took these 2 photos. But we're going to make it act like we did. And we're going to make it act like we had snow on the ground. So here I am. I'm going to place the rest of these hearts that are on here. I did change those hearts down on the bottom. I'm going to come in with my twine. You'll see me fiddle daddle with that. I was trying to go with doing like a bow and I didn't like that, so I went back through and fixed it. And then I kind of got it to play around the way I wanted it to. So now that is the way it's going to be. And then I do come in at the end here. I do come in with my paint splatters. It's the black one from Liquitex. No. Excuse me. I did the Pops of Color from Shimmer's Paints, and it is called Days of Gray. So it looks like a silvery, instead of gold, it's silver. And then I used Pops of Color from the ScrapRoom. No, not the ScrapRoom. The scrapbooking store, scrapbook. Online shop, and it's their brand of black. And then that's pretty much it. Make sure you do all the YouTube-y stuff. We would love to have you as part of our YouTube family. And the still shots are coming up. I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
I don't know why I go when I go. I still don't know why this war in my blood. Why this war with all that I love? Oh, my wandering ways and these faithless days, I find it hard to explain. My wandering ways, always turning away from your loving embrace, I find it hard to explain. My wandering ways, my wandering ways. war in my blood? Why this war with all that I love? Oh, my wandering ways and these faithless days, I find it hard to explain. My wandering ways, always turning away from your loving embrace, I find it hard to explain. My wandering ways, my wandering